Hello and welcome to episode 119 of Bobo Scrub Arty Records. Hey! So, finally in set 9.7. Yes, I know my last few episodes have been 9.6. I do apologise for that, but just so happened that the patch coincided with me recording a bunch of episodes in advance. So, I've not been feeling too well today, but I needed to get some episodes recorded while I get the chance, so you'll have to bear with me for being a little bit slow, possibly. Haven't had much luck this week, as it's been since 9.6, and you can see from the percentage in the back chat there that I've been losing a lot of games, but yes, thought we'd try and carry on with some of the Arty and see how we get on. Wargaming have allowed us to increase the skills and perks on some of the crew members with free XP, which is quite handy. So I've spent a considerable amount of my free XP to try and finish off some of the second perks and things. I think some of them are slightly too far away, like 72%. I don't really have enough to be able to bump that up, but I have done with a few. I know a couple of people have asked me if I can play a couple of other artillery, and at the moment this is the artillery that I have in my garage, so I will try and pick up a couple more once we get some cash up. I'd like to get the M40, M43 back, tier 8 American. I now have the SP, so we can play that some more. And yeah, so we'll start off today in the GW Panther because I am still... And now the rabbit decides to make noise. Great. And yeah, we'll start off in the GW Panther today. I've still got some XP for this. We need another 8,000 to elite it, which would be nice. And then we can go up to the tier 8. Ooh, so let's go out and give him a go. Okay, so Sand River and its assault. We are defending. There are the teams. I've got a mod pack that I'm trying out. I think it's Solo's mod pack. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description. I might do a media file link as well of what my actual setup is. So if you like what I'm using and you want it to look exactly the same, then I'll stick a media file link in there. That should then enable you to, if there's updates and things, it will prompt you to be able to download the installer and everything, which is kind of handy. So I'm going to try something slightly different and sit in this dip here. I'm a little bit nervous that we'll get spotted, but I'm willing to try it. You know, I suppose you're not going to know of new positions or potential decent positions unless you try them, and I've seen people sit down here and sometimes do quite well, so meh, we'll wait and see. Now, sometimes the mediums or lights will pop up over this ridge and kind of surf the edge of this ridge here because they can get some good spots in. But it looks like people have headed straight back over this way, so let's just see if we can get a shot on this T29. Ooh, risky. That went long. Never mind. It was a bit of an unaimed shot there, really. I think the T29 is dangerous. This Comet is back and forwards for the time being. There's a couple of little ones over on the western flank, but I think we'll wait for that. So I press X to lock the hull, and that just stops me when I hit the edge of our gun traverse. It stops me from widening out our aim again, which is always bad. So I'm going to use Battle Assistant on this guy. Cool, we managed to hit him. Wasn't quite sure whether we'd get over here and aim quite as well as we possibly could, so thought I'd use Battle Assistant to help us out. Now we'll get aimed in on this T29. I'm guessing that now that he's not very healthy, he's going to pull back. Might use Battle Assistant again just to help us aim in a little bit. So he's probably going to poke the ridge, take a shot, and then poke back again. So I've taken the shot, he pulled forward, That was a little bit too soon. But they've managed to take him out. So I think it would probably be wise for us to help out this this western flank briefly. Maybe on our next reload we'll check in on the our friendly IS over there. Okay, so this KV-1S is a big threat. We'll see if we can get a shot on him. Nice. Okay, so our IS is on his own. And I just hold the right mouse button just to stop ourselves from moving momentarily, because I wanted to see what health our IS had. Okay, so the VK's not looking too healthy. He's probably a one-shot for the IS. Comet's coming up behind him, so let's try and help him out by taking out the Comet. So we've got a fairly slow shell travel time. That was unlucky. Okay, so we've secured the western flank. Now we've got people moving in from the east side. So we'll stay where we are for the time being. Try and get aimed in on over here. These guys aren't going to want to push around too eagerly. The little E25 is dangerous. I don't think he's going to want to poke too much. Okay, so we've got one of them. I've set up Battle Assistant to go when I click my middle mouse button. So I can go click, like that. So there's the enemy artillery. Looks like this little E25 is trying to get cover from one of his teammates' corpses. So he's pulling back. The VK is still over there. Maybe if the E25 heads back over this way, we might be able to get a shot on him. Now it's a bit of a guess as to whereabouts he might be. He might just be hiding out. So there's the heavy. He's on full HP at the moment, so try and get aimed in on him. Being that he's moving, I prefer to use the overhead view than Battle Assistant, because it's I find it difficult to judge whether or not I'm leading them enough from the Battle Assistant view. So I'm pressing E to let our team know that I'm reloading. That's just the E25 left. He's probably going to skedaddle. Yes. So we are going to have to move the hull. So we'll get it locked in again. We'll stay still. Wait for our aiming circle to come right in before we take another shot. So I thought he was going to continue to move back, but we managed to splash him to death. So yeah, good game. So here's the results for that one. We have a few of the missions that Wargaming have given us today. So we've managed to achieve some of those, which is nice with crew experience and such. It's very good. Lovely jubbly. We managed 1,626 points of damage, which was nice. And there's our WN8, which is not too bad. So we're halfway up the table in XP. Lovely. They had some 0 damages there even. And we didn't make a loss. Lovely. Yeah, so that's gotten our amount left until we can max this out down to 6,200, which is good. Yeah, lovely. Right. So I haven't played any British Arty this week, so I'm thinking of going out in one of these. So let's try the Crusader SP. Yes, wish us luck. Aha! Siegfried Line. We are defending again, another assault. Here are the teams. So we're going to have to keep an eye out over the ridge along the 6 line, just to begin with. This is one of the Arty pieces that drives backwards. I think I've mentioned it before. It's very slow forwards because essentially the hull is reversed. So you need to drive everywhere backwards, and sometimes I can end up with my fingers in a bit of a twist. Rightio. So our little MT-25 is heading up to try and spot over this way, which is nice. We will just hang around here just in case he does spot anything. Hopefully he will. Blimey, nothing. Except a 229. And he's going to be right on the edge of our traverse. That's not good. Look at that, we're going to have to move. Right, there's a Lorraine. So I'm glad that we didn't move. Let's keep a wee eye on him. Ooh, very nice. That was a high roll. Right, we'll just move a little bit just in case the other artillery were watching. Our shells do have tracers, and if you're watching in the right spot when I fire, you can see them, which is never a good thing. So here's the Tiger. A little bit premature there, but RNG did let us hit him, so that was nice. Okay, so I'm waiting for a reload. We are kind of bunched up as a team, but at the moment they are covering each other, so that's a good thing. Always good to try and have your next target lined up before you finish your reload, although I'm not always the best at it. I'll take a shot here. Great shot. Yeah, that was a bit of a long one. But yeah, I'm driving forwards again instead of backwards, you see that? Silly Bobo. Right, so I'm just changing my angle slightly. See if we can get in on potentially the Tiger 2 that hasn't been spotted, all down this road here. So it's fairly even at the moment. The 75 is side scraping well. Might be able to get a shot on this IS-2 or on this tank destroyer. Open top tank destroyers like this are very squishy from our shells, so we have to take a rush shot, but we got him. Oh, right on the edge of the map there. So we'll just move just a little bit. I don't want to go down the hill too far. Sometimes making a decision on which target you need to shoot at can be difficult. Sometimes you have to just go for the ones that you can actually hit, like this E25. And okay, this is going to be difficult. Excellent. Other times you need to be a little bit more strategic and try and take out someone that's most dangerous. So you see the little AMX is potentially going to come after us. So I think we should move position. Yeah, here we go, it's WZ. It's lucky we moved when we did. So he might think that we are hanging about, but we certainly aren't going to. I want to try and get away if I can. Whoa. Ready to fire. Ah, that's a shame. The nice thing about the Crusader is because the gun is facing backwards, we can shoot someone while we're running away. So I use the right mouse button to kind of auto aim on them, and then because we were moving, the likelihood of us hitting him was fairly slim, but never mind. I think maybe we should have moved a little bit sooner. Because I was talking, I wasn't really paying too much attention, but because this side was completely open, and you notice on the team list here there was some lights still around, these yellow ones. I really needed to think about where they were. They weren't spotted, where they were last spotted, and then try and move around and evade them. We do have the potential still to win this if our heavies can hold off these heavies. The E75 is a good player, and our T44 could get into trouble with this AMX, but we'll leave it there and we'll see what happens. So here's the results from that game. It was a victory in the end. Yay! There's our results. This is the setup for the results thing that we've got going on. It's kind of handy, which is nice. Yeah, over 2,000 damage in the end. Shame that we got spotted by the lights. We weren't able to defend ourselves. Maybe I should have stopped to take the shot at the little AMX. But yeah, never mind. We didn't do too bad on XP again. So I tend to do this rather than by damage. I tend to do it by XP because essentially the XP is what we're after. So I like to see how well I've done compared to other people, which is nice. And these guys did manage to pull it off, which was lovely. Yeah, we didn't make a loss. Awesome stuff. That's a bit more XP for our crew. They're up to 56%, 59%. These are a new crew again, so I tend to put them in at 100%, but because I've got so many artillery, I have to put in the 100% crews because I don't really get to play too often. But rightio, so I think we'll finish this one off in a tier 10, and I'm going to go out in the T92 or Mr. Splashy, and yeah, we'll see if we can get a good game. Aha, Sam River again, and another assault, and we're defending again. Yeah, this could be interesting. So, because I'm bigger and slower, I don't really feel comfortable sitting where I did. So I might stay over this way for a minute. I might try and go up on this little hill here. I want to try and get looking over towards that middle section. Okay, I think that's far enough. We'll make sure we move directly after our shot, just in case we get our tracer spotted. So there's a light tank. We could try and have a go at him. Okay, we'll make sure we move. Okay, let's try and get aimed in on this E75. This fairly long reload time, so need to be patient. He gives us even more opportunity to find and aim in on a new target, which is good. So, Centurion. We might use the battle assistant here just to see. So, it's backing off. It's still backing up. Oh, and he stopped.
That was close.
Okay, make sure we move again. We're using the right mouse button just to hold the gun still while we move, because if we move back into a position where we can shoot over here again, it hasn't really affected our aim. It's worth a try, I suppose. This guy's probably going to disappear. Yep, he has. They seem to be very defensive at the moment, which is odd. You'd imagine them to be... Okay. So it might be worth us trying to aim in on the this waffle. Ah, that would be better. It's T92 there, look. Might be worth trying to take him out. Shot away. There we are. So we'll try and move. We'll see if we can get some shots on those tank destroyers in our next shot. So if I keep the hull over this way a little bit, then we've got the option to go shoot on the hill too. Okay, the 183, the old Death Star, is moving up over that way. So there's a Centurion. And the Jagdpanzer E100 as well. So Centurion's being very careful.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So there he goes. Let's make sure we move again. It's always good to be in the habit of moving if there's other artillery on the other side. You never know. And I've had the misfortune of being on the other end of counter battery before, where I've gotten lazy. So let people know that we're providing support here and that we're reloading. So maybe it's best for us to try and go for this guy.
That was close.
Okay, let's get moved. It's not too bad. We're doing okay. Stay down in this ridge for the time being. Let them know that we're still supporting this area. Okay. So the Waffle's attempting to try and get shots on the pattern. And the 183 has just taken his shot. He's still spotted. So we will... he's trying to second guess us, which is good. So we'll take a shot. That went long. It's unfortunate. We now have enough team over there that if they attack together, there is no way that the Waffle's gone. There he goes. There's no way that they can really shoot at everybody at once. So it's very good. Two lights are struggling over there with the AT-15, so get aimed in over this way. All the 1390's in trouble. Just no. AT-15 does reload very quickly. Our shell just wasn't quick enough. Well, it's just the Waffle Traeger left. We'll get aimed in, ready to go. So it's whether or not we can actually get any more damage. I very much doubt it, to be honest. I think this T-62A will finish him off nicely. There he goes. Good game. So here we are. That's the results for this game. I've actually been doing a little bit better today, which is really nice. It's making me actually feel a little bit better. So we only managed 2,600 damage. For a tier 10, that's not great, but it's better than I have been doing of late, so I'm happy. We managed to help the team out well there, I feel. Decent amount of XP. And that 1375 did a very good job. Look at all of his assist damage there. Very good. And we didn't make a loss. Lovely jubbly. Good. Excellent. Right. We'll leave it there for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And leave a like if you did. Really helps me out. And until next time. Bye.